Welcome, everyone. This is another episode of Vent This. We're here and we're ready to hear some more of your vents. I've got a refrigerator full of food. And before we get started with Chris and our guest host, Don, I just want to let everyone know that no animals were harmed in the preparation of this podcast. Chrissy, what do you have to say?
Well, sometimes you're kind of animal-like, Chuck. But yeah. But why did you mention you have a lot of food in the refrigerator? Don't you always have a lot of food in the refrigerator?
Yeah, but not everybody knows that.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, how about let's check in with Don.
Wow, I was almost late. I was down in the basement feeding my chinchillas, and one of them went vegan. I had to get food. It's a long story. We're good. Let's go.
Jeez, you and your chinchillas. All right. Today we're going to have us read the letters because Loretta has laryngitis. So she's told us we're the ones carrying the ball today. So who wants to go first?
Don, I'll go. I got one. I got one here. Okay, it says, I have a complaint that I'd like you guys to get your guys' take on this. It happened with gas stations, and now it's happening with the grocery store. Why are they slowly taking away the checkers and making us do it ourselves? Every time I check out in the self-check, I still need assistance from a person, which even takes longer because you have to get their attention, and then you got to wait for them to come to you, and then there's always something that won't scan and that you need a special code for, or something stupid crap, and that's from Derek in Riverside. I just want to say, if they won't bag, I won't buy.
Well, you're not going to be able to do much. I mean, because you don't do a lot of stuff if people don't do anything.
Well, you walk into the store and it looks like Vegas, like one-armed bandits. There's 12 of those things.
Yeah.
You know, and nobody has a job.
Well, that's exactly the point.
That's what they're doing.
These grocery stores and gas stations want to save some money by not hiring more employees at the cashier station, right? But here's the flip side to that. There are more people stealing from those self-checkouts because it just puts stuff in the bag. I literally saw somebody do that. They didn't scan it. They put it in the bag. I'm not sure if they made a mistake, but I actually saw it happen. So I agree with this guy. They should have more cashiers and lose the self-checkout. I've never seen it, though, in a gas station. Does he just mean that you put the credit card in and you don't pay the guy?
No. Years ago, I mean, when I was a teenager, I worked in a gas station, and we used to pump the gas. We'd clean the windows for the people. We'd check the air in the tires, whatever they need. Look under the hood. If they needed oil, you'd check the oil. Now, nobody does that anymore. They don't check your tires, your oil, your nothing. If you want to put air in your own tires, you got to go over to a separate pump that's over on the side and pay $3 to get air. It's like ridiculous because they're just the companies and corporations are just scooping in as much money as they can and saving as much. I mean, half the time I go to the gas station, and I'm so glad now that I have a plug-in hybrid because I don't even get gas that much. It's been 4 months since I put gas in my car, but it's like you want to clean your own windows, and the little squeegee brush there. People have used it to clean their cars. They'll wash I've seen people out there washing their cars. So now you're smearing grease on your windshield. It's like now your windows are even worse. Or there's no paper towels now that you've used the greasy squeegee. Oh, and there's no paper towels. So you go to the one guy that works there, at the window, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, no, we're out of paper towels." Well, now you drive away with a greasy car.
When you were a kid, I thought they had a horse and buggy. I didn't know they had cars.
Yeah. But the cars were just starting to come in.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, boy, this really is a problem for all of us. I'm with you on that. And
I'm with you on the grocery store. But you have to weigh your food. You have to put it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you could cheat. I mean, I guess you can cheat one or two items here and there, but
you can slip an extra banana in the bunch.
Exactly. Yeah, you can say you've got 8 bananas and you have 9, but what's the big deal?
I know, but it happens.
It's like, it depends on the size of the banana. It really goes by the weight. So it's just ridiculous. But I mean, before they even put these self-checkout things in, I used to see people walk out of the grocery store with baskets full of food, and I would complain to the management, and the management would just go up, "Hey guys, we just lost another basket of food." Nobody goes after them. And what they've told me at the grocery store is the company doesn't want them to pursue these people because they would rather lose a basket full of groceries than to lose an employee. So the criminals know this, and the bullshit continues.
Okay. We digress.
Where
from
does it stop? Now,
self-checkout.
look, I've got to take my heart medicine now. You get me all worked up.
Yeah. Okay. I think we should move on to the next vent.
All right.
Yeah. That was good. Good job, Don,
that's you.
reading.
Thanks.
Oh, that's me.
I didn't know you could
Yes.
read.
All right. So here's this new vent. Okay, here it goes. People would rather text than talk. So why is that when you talk on the phone, they say good morning, thank you. But when it comes to texting, all those pleasantries go out the door. I will say thank you, and then there's no, you're welcome or good night. What the hell is wrong with people? And this person didn't say where they were from or their name, but what do you guys think?
Well, when you say thank you, nobody says you're welcome. They say no problem. And frankly,
Yeah.
I didn't think there was a problem.
Right. Yeah, I know. Why do people do that? Why do they say no problem?
I don't know.
Thank you, no
That's
problem.
new.
That doesn't even go together, but that's how people communicate now. They conversate that way, you know?
Oh,
I mean,
good
it's
word.
just a new language that we've invented.
But
So-
don't you guys, do you guys text a lot? Because I do. I text an awful lot.
I try not to. I mean, I do, but I think texting is when you want to say something to someone, but you don't really want to talk to them. You don't want to take the time out of your day to talk to them. So you just text them and hope that they'll say, no problem.
It's like when you call somebody and you hope you get the machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody-
It's like,
wait.
oh, shit.
Don,
They answered.
who calls anymore? That's another problem.
It's
Nobody
true.
makes phone calls or leaves
Right. There's no more
voicemails.
machines. Yeah. Yeah. It's all
I mean-
just right in the phone.
I have so many friends who took away their landlines. So they just use cell phones. And do you ever leave a voicemail on a cell phone? I never do. I'm like, they're
Why
not there.
not?
I'll text them. I know, because I'm so used to texting now that I'm in that moment. The phone is there. I just write a text as
Well,
opposed
people
to
leave me voicemails on my cell phone all the time.
really.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it's the same thing as the way it used to be. It's just not an answering machine. It's just all digital. It's within the phone company. And at least you can call them back and know what you're calling for,
But you have to
know what
take the
they're calling
time
for.
to listen to it. I think that's what aggravates people. If you text it, it's an immediate response. But if you have a voicemail, it's like, oh gosh, I got to
It's
play
an immediate
this.
response only if you respond. If you don't respond, people are left hanging. And a lot of times I get texts, or I'll send a text to somebody and it'll say delivered, and then it'll say read. But some people turn that read
Right.
off so that you can't tell if they read it or not. So you don't know
Right.
if you're being ignored or not.
Right.
You know,
I
I'm
turned
thinking-
mine off.
I'm thinking of putting a phone tree on my phone. And this way, like if you have something positive to say, press 1. If you have something bad to say, press 2. If you're only calling and you really don't want me to answer, press 3. If you
Right.
speak Spanish, press 4.
If you've got nothing to say, you shouldn't have called in the first place.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that could be another option.
And go
What
away.
happens when I
Yeah.
try to call the phone company? I got the whole tree thing happening. It takes me
Right,
10 minutes to
right.
get through that before.
And you got to pick between 5 or 6 languages.
I
and
say-
how you want to leave a message.
Yeah.
I say, people who are listening, please write, you're welcome, thank you, hello. It was add the pleasantries, because it really makes a difference. I mean, a lot of times people put the heart, like they appreciate you, but I would like to say you're welcome and thank you. That's
Hear,
my
hear.
2 cents. Yeah. All right.
All
Next
right. Well,
vent?
did we finish that?
I think
thing?
so.
All right. Let me text Don, let him know that this is over.
Press 2 if you speak Korean.
It's like, all right. So I got another one here from where does this have a name? It doesn't have a name. Or people, we'd love to have at least give us a name. Give us a fictitious name in a
yes.
place you live. All right.
Yes,
So
for
this is
sure.
from Donnie. This is from Donnie in Albuquerque. I just found it down here. Anyway,
Okay.
so this is another one about bathrooms. The subject is within the bathroom. The inventors of the world came up with a device.
Wait, Chuck, are you reading it?
Yes, I'm reading this.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Loretta's got laryngitis. Remember you mentioned
No, I
that.
meant I couldn't tell if you were rambling and then got into the letter.
Oh,
the rambling sound.
rambling and reading, it's all the same when it comes out of me. Anyway, so now I forgot what I was saying. This is
Just read the
this
letter,
is from
the
Donnie
thing.
in Albuquerque. Okay. The inventors of the world came up with this is what he wrote. The inventors
Okay.
of the world came up with a device for the men's room called a urinal. So typically in a restroom marked male, you walk past the urinals mounted on the wall, which are designed specifically for male to relieve himself. What is it that makes a male walk past an unoccupied urinal to use the toilet, relieve himself without picking up the lid? This makes me so angry. It's like a cat spraying liquid all over the seat.
Ah,
It all becomes more aggravating when you're an older person like I am, and you need to use the toilet immediately for a specific position, sitting down, and that you
Jesus.
can't do that because somebody has poured their fluids all over the seat. And I've seen this happen, and it happens in public places. It happens in restrooms, and it happens in the handicap stalls, which is even more disgusting because you know that most of the people that are using the handicap stalls have got a problem. They need to get in there, and why not help them out? Although I did get accused one time in the airport. I came out of a handicap stall and the guy looked at me and he said, what are you using that stall for? You're not handicapped. Because I walked out.
Oh my God.
And I said I was handicapped when I went in.
Oh,
Bada boom,
Jesus.
che.
Okay.
So, all
Well,
right.
personally speaking, as a male, if I'm taking something valuable out of my pants, I want some walls around me. Possibly a fortress, but that's just me.
Oh my God.
So you're in favor in the toilet bowl, not a urinal.
No,
Well,
use the. Oh, you want to use
It's not a
the toilet.
urinal. It's a urinal. It's not for me. It's not a urinal. It's a urinal.
I see.
So it's not for
now.
me. It's for you.
I don't know how Don works. I'm really.
I think the toilet bowl people, when they invented it, they got it ass backwards. No pun intended.
Yeah,
No
or
pun
bass
intended,
backwards.
actually.
Yeah.
They got it bass backwards. They should invent these toilets where the seat is automatically up and you have to make an effort to put it down. That way, when you walk into the stall, the seat's up already and you solve the problem.
But just use the urinal and have good aim. That's all. Oh my God. Well,
I'm sorry, I don't have much to say because I don't use the men's
you've
room.
never used the urinal.
But
Anyway,
so this person used the toilet instead of the urinal, and he's complaining that the guy didn't have good aim, right?
no, he didn't even lift the seat. People are disgusting. He went on the seat is what he was complaining about. Okay, let's put a lid on this one. Do we have a fourth vent or
No, I think we should wrap this up.
Is it?
Well, I got to
All right.
get back to my chinchillas. They're hungry.
All right, I guess that does it for this episode of Vent This. And as you already know, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. And we'd love you to go to the website at ventthis.org and leave us a vent. You can type right on the website, or you can leave us a voicemail by calling 818-570-2535. It's 818-570-2535. You'll hear your vent on an upcoming podcast. And tell your friends about us.
And your enemies.
We'd love to hear from you. I may be sorry I said that.